De Bruyne's corner. Holland! Goal! It's Mo Salah! It's Mo Salah! Absolutely sensational!
No audio! I knew I was going to be rusty. I knew I'd fuck something up. Welcome everyone. I've sworn already. Welcome everyone to the first stream of the new season. How are you all? Hope you're all well. I mean, some of you are probably new subscribers. You don't even know what I look like. But there you go. Nice to meet you. Can you all hear me now? Let me know in chat. I think I just had myself muted. I'm not starting the whole thing again. We'll just go from there. That's fine. Welcome all of you. Gameweek 1 is finally here. Who's buzzing for the new season? Thank you everyone for watching the pre-season content. The views have been absolutely unbelievable. We hit 250,000 users on the Focal app, so that was madness. What did you think of the new intro? I didn't have time to redo all of the new players, so I'll have to add some more. But there's a few repeats. But welcome all to the stream. It's good to see so many in the chat already. We've got, yeah, I haven't got the green screen, by the way. I don't know where it's gone. It's been a busy summer, and on top of all the pre-season content, I've moved house as well over the last 3 weeks. I'm in a new office. Got my signed Messi jersey behind me. Sorry, Ronaldo fans, but it's a Messi jersey here. World Cup final signed. I'll have to show that sometime in a video or something. I've never streamed without a green screen before. I'm sweating already. It's so hot in the UK. Jag says, what a start to the stream. Honestly, the streams are very different to the videos. Yeah, I know a lot of you just like the polish in the videos, but the streams are hectic. I'm going to tell you that now. There was a couple of new members while we were getting ready to go live. So thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, Nate, for both becoming members. Austin with the 36 months. He says, yes, Focal, we're back. Austin, bang on the 3 years as well. Thanks very much. Free Schlepp says, I'm in your league. Yeah, if anyone's not in the league, is the music playing? Oh, there we go. All right, we're good. We're good. I know a lot of you just come here for the music rather than for the FPL insight. So, oh look, Soccer Legendino just said, "Where's the super music?" There we go. What was I saying? Yeah, the league. So if anyone's not in the league, the code is DDQIOU. Paul Lee says you look different. I'm in a different office. I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult, but I'm in a new location. Noctambuli says, Oscar, I'm terrified. The FPL premiere is crazy. I know, mate. Uze says, bro's actually stream is rusty. It is rusty. You can't hear the music. Oh, God. Is it not loud enough? Can you hear it? Oh, such a tune as well. How we doing, Boofy? Welcome to the stream. Omar, Flanny's in the chat. Tell me if you can hear the music or if it's too loud or anything like that. Yeah, sorry about the no green screen. Maybe I'll just leave it like this in the future. Maybe the videos should be polished and the streams less so. It's too loud now. Okay, so you could hear it. I'll turn it back down a bit. What just happened? Tim, oh, Tim's here. Did he just gifted 10 memberships as well? Mate, Tim's back. I don't know if my nuke button worked. There it is. Tim, thank you so much, mate. Sorry if that was loud, the nuke. Tim, 50 gifted memberships. Did I misread it or did he do it twice? Oh no, it was 50. Oh my God. We're not going to get a chance to talk FPL. Tim, thank you so much. 50 gifted memberships. Oh my God. Welcome to the 50 new members. Someone left a comment about you the other day, Tim. I can't really remember what they said, but you're still getting referenced in comments from last season. That is such a mad end to the season, mad start to the season. Thank you, Tim, for the 50 gifted memberships. If you're one of those in chat that got one of those from him, then make sure you thank him for that. Hopefully this doesn't crash the stream like we almost did last time. Where did I get to? Rio was saying, Oscar, welcome back, my guy. Looking fresh. Thank you, Rio. Apparently I look different. I don't know. New season, new me. But people aren't being specific if I look better or worse. It could be a bad thing. That TPS, thank you so much for the 2 gifted 2 months as well. And Razan says, hello, Oscar. Great to see you back. We're so back. We're so back. Tim's back as well. So we're properly back in the season. Edzo, thank you as well for becoming a member. Lindsley as well. Roger's right. Thank you so much. And Taylor for the 6 months. There we go. I can breathe. I need some Lucozade. Tim's cooking. He actually is cooking. What's the new team? This is my new team. It's exactly what I posted on the video earlier, but I'm going back and forth on Reinders. The size of that forehead. I know, mate. I've got a massive head. Let's do a poll on Reinders versus Anderson. Anderson versus Reinders. Anderson, Reinders. I'm still laughing at that comment. Alright, the poll is up. Yeah, get your questions in the chat. Obviously, I'm so sorry to if I miss any of your messages. I'm sure I'm going to miss the majority of them, but I'll do my best. Rodri is fit. Yeah, I've just seen that. So Rodri has travelled. Vardy's not travelled. It's not a 4-head, it's a 5-head. What the hell? We're like 10 minutes into my stream and I'm getting ripped already. Anderson, 100%. I've swapped in Reinders. Raysid says, love you on the FPL Therapy podcast. Would love to see you on it again. I'll definitely be back on Ross's podcast. It's excellent content, his podcast. FPL Therapy. So, yeah, thank you all for being here. Welcome to the stream. How's everyone's stream is coming along? Salah or Haaland? Or both, or neither? It does feel really different, actually, in this setup. Like, it's very, very different to where I was before. My old office had a sloped roof that came straight over the PC, and it felt very like, I don't know how to describe it, like you're under it, you're squished under. But I've got like a bit more room here. New season hype. I know, I'm so excited for the new season. Until Salah scores an own goal tonight or something like that. How many players have you all got in tonight's game? Liverpool v Bournemouth. I've only got Salah. I know some of you are on Verts, right? Some of you have got like Frimpong, Gakpo, Van Dijk. None. No Salah. So 64% say Reinders, 36% Anderson. That's interesting. James says, do you like the Haaland, Watkins, Ekitike front three? I'm definitely swerving Ekitike. Like he has looked sharp in pre-season. I've not seen much of him, if any, before he's joined Liverpool, if I'm honest. But I think you can afford to wait. Like, what happens if they do end up getting another striker? Maybe Isak joins or something like that happens. It's quite a lot to spend, isn't it, on someone that might not end up nailed. So I would rather I'd rather... Is he 8 mil? How much is he? I'd rather a 7.5 mil. Milo says it's the most wonderful time of the year. It actually is. We're all like optimistic right now. We're all thinking this is our season. I'm gonna win the whole thing. What's everyone's rank targets for this season? I suppose like the correct answer is to win the whole thing, but like realistic targets. Are you saying you want to come top 100k, or are you like going for top 10k? What's the goal? Adam's in the chat. Adam says he's going for rank 1. Big shout out to Adam. If anyone doesn't know who Adam is, I've told this story every season at the start of the season, but my first ever stream, I had one viewer for 3 straight hours. One viewer, and it was Adam. And me and him just talked FPL for 3 hours. He was the only one that came by. And if Adam had never come into that first ever stream, I would have just thought, this isn't for me. Like, no one cares about me making FPL content or streaming or anything. I genuinely don't think I would have ever done another stream if Adam hadn't have swung by that first stream. So massive shout out to Adam, and he still comes by after all these years. So it's good to see you, Adam. Comment Adam W. Jago, thanks for the 20 months as well. He says we're so back doing leg day right now, but not missing this. I've missed it. I've missed FPL. It's been, I think, 81 days. W Adam. I know, Adam. The butterfly effect from Adam swinging by that first stream is mad when you think about it. Danny says, what about Fulkrug? Yeah, I don't hate Fulkrug. I'm just not confident enough in his minutes to go there. Like last season, I don't know if he ever played 90. He's been doing well in pre-season. They have signed Wilson. Yeah, it's just a great Gameweek 1 fixture. And I wouldn't be surprised if he does well Gameweek 1, but then after that, you might end up losing some points to the field, potentially. Like he says, he's been here since 21-22. Proper veteran. What about Tosin, 4.5 mil? Yeah, Tosin's interesting. Did you guys see that quote from Maresca earlier? He said something like, Tosin's the only one that can do what we need in defence. But Maresca said he wants a new defender, so I don't know if he's still completely nailed longer term. But saying that, I've got Reinders, and that doesn't necessarily apply to him. Does Nuno's comment worry you, Oscar? Yeah, a little bit. I actually grabbed a screenshot of it before we went live. Let me show you that. This is what he said in his press conference. He said, this is a concern, he said, we are very, very far where we should be. We're very far in terms of preparation, in terms of planning, in terms of squad. So we're all very worried. The plan that we had didn't get through. The preparation in terms of the squad was not ideal. We have players working here that know we're going to leave on loan. We have a major problem. So I don't know if it necessarily affects like Anderson, if at all, to be fair, but I just thought maybe I'll just go for Reinders. If Reinders is getting 80 plus minutes the first few weeks, in theory he's much better than Anderson. Just I'm at the mercy of Pep though, but it does give me a route into City's attack, if you can call it that. He could play defensive mid, so it's not necessarily attack. But yeah, he did score twice in their last pre-season game against Palermo, so I think he's alright for 5.5. I think he scored, was it 10 goals, 5 assists in Serie A last season? So yeah, not sure about Fulkrug to go back to that. Don't hate the pick though. Marcus, thanks for the 40 months. No Salah, no Haaland, no waffling. Big hug, Oscar. Thank you, Marcus. You're on neither. So what have you got, like Saka, Palmer? Oh, if you go without Salah and Haaland, the money spreads around so much, it's unbelievable. You can have like basically everyone that you possibly want, but you are going without the 2 best assets in the game. Steve says thoughts on Jimenez. Now again, it's the minutes. Like, I heard Muniz isn't definitely ruled out for the first game week, so they're just going to share minutes like they did last season. Like, who remembers the start of last season? We did the reverse, and people were looking at Muniz, weren't they? I think Muniz was 5.5 last season. A lot of people started with him game week 1. No, I think he was 6 mil. And people started with Muniz for 6 mil, and he ended up losing his spot to Jimenez. And the opposite could happen. Like, Jimenez is 34, I think. So, yeah, I just want someone But then I say that, I've got Reinders who's not totally nailed. The rest of my team is. But I think he's at more risk, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. Jude Brawl Stars also going without Salah and Haaland. Best 4.5 mil keepers to rotate. I've not looked at the rotations. What you can do, cheeky plug, if you go on FPL.page, fixture ticker, you can sort by rotation. So you could go like, who's got a 4.5? Can't really go Brentford because Keller has flagged. Bournemouth. Go like 8 game weeks, sort by rotation. So we've got no one really, is there? You could just go. I'd probably just go Petrovic, Kelleher. There might be another one I'm not thinking of. Oh, Verbruggen. Who does Verbruggen go with? Verbruggen and Sarr. That looks kind of good. Yeah, if anyone's not got the Focal app, then search FPL Focal in the App Store. It's free. Loads of good stuff on there. Such as price changes, fixture ticker, bonus points, captaincy, articles, expected data. And we've got a new widget launching tonight, which you'll see. I'll tweet about it during the game. George says, what are your thoughts on Ahmed as a 6.5? He's nailed and never injured. I actually don't mind Ahmed. He was in my first ever draft I did in pre-season. Like, people are saying, oh, he's going to be playing right wing back, he won't be involved. He's played there before. I think he got a hat-trick playing right wing back last season, so I don't mind Ahmed in right wing back for 6.5. I'd rather Sarr for 6.5. Mac45, thanks for the 11 months, says, we're back, baby. Good luck and Gameweek 1, everyone. W. Adam. Thank you, Mac, for that. Next month's the year as well, and then you get the new badge. If anyone wants to become a member, by the way, it's the join button below the stream. You get a little badge by your name, a loyalty badge. Marcus with a 36 months, 3 years, he says, good luck all. Thank you, Marcus. 4 million defenders, please. Dr. Realistic. Estev's the one that seems to be in every team, but there's actually quite a lot. You can go Beal. He's my favourite, I think, after Estev, if you don't need to play him Gameweek 1. And then you've got Rodon, you've got Gudmundsson, also from Leeds. You've got Ryan Nildo from Sunderland. Those are probably the main ones. Here comes the chaotic weekend. Yeah, here we go. Where did I get to? Oscar says João Pedro, Nico Williams, or Strand Larsen and Murillo. Oh, great. That's a good question. I've got the latter combination, so I'm going to go... I'll say Strand Larsen and Murillo, because I've got those two myself. To be fair, I've got Nico as well, but I think... I'll say João Pedro and Nico, just about. Why not 8 Nori? Again, it's just like, is he definitely completely nailed? He'll be amazing if he's nailed 8 Nori, but is he definitely going to play every single game? If I knew the answer to that and it was yes, then he would be a lock in my team. But I don't want to leave too much up to chance. Nemanja says, "Hi Oscar, still hate you for hooking me onto this game. Anyway, I need you to convince me to go against Bruno because I really hate him and everyone's got him, and his work's really 1 mil better than Gakpo. So I don't think it's that bad to go no Bruno. Instead, you go Verts and you go Watkins, and you just don't go Bruno. That's not the end of the world. I do think Bruno's going to be very good this season because of the new defensive contribution stuff going on. Like last season, if you go mids, where is he? DC points. So you see he's there. 22 extra points he would have got last season. And if you look at the other midfielders in that list that would have got DC points last season, it's just like defensive mids, pretty much. So yeah, Bruno is just like an exception where he's also got elite output and he's good for DC. So I think it's hard to look past him. Let's end that poll. We'll stick a new one up. What will it be? Yeah. Bruno or Verts? Let's get to the bottom of it. What's needed for the Focal experts? You need minimum a few top 10k finishes, or it's like 6 top 100k, something like that. But it's closed for now. I've already closed it. We've got like 260 experts, so it's pretty stacked. I will open it again at some point in the season. Oscar's one. It was Joseph. Thanks for the super chat as well. And Marcus as well for the gifted memberships. Thank you for that, Marcus. Joseph says Watkins and João Pedro or Gyökeres and Mateta. Watkins and João Pedro, definitely. Into Kozo with the super chat. Message retracted. Don't know what that said, but thank you. Lewis says best 6.5 mil mid currently on Rutter. We are back. 6.5. I would go Ismail Assar. If you're willing to go up to 6.5, I would say Sar's even better than Rutter. But I like the Rutter pick. Jorginho should, in theory, have a decent season. Why is Siri there? Oh, I just got a message from. Did any of you watch my video with Tom Dollymore, the #1 all-time manager? I'm so happy with that new series. I knew it had so much potential when I reached out to him last season. I was like, we should do this, and I'll do all the editing for you. He says, I think I'm set. I'll have a look when I finish work, and I hope it hasn't changed again. Oh, so he's working as well, and he's got to do his FPL team. Wait, is any of you watching right now at work? You enjoyed the video? Tom's series great. Yeah, that's gonna be a great series, I think. That was a banger video. I mean, like, who doesn't want to hear from the GOAT? I actually don't know what his team is. He didn't send me a screenshot. It might be the same one from the video. Oh my god, so many people are watching from work. Don't let your boss see. You're at work. Yes, sir, I'm at work. Me. Oh my god, so many people at work. You work from home. Don't know if that counts. If you're on the job, it counts. But look, it's the first deadline of the season. You've earned it. What's the point of working? FPL's back. That's not good advice. Don't get fired. So, today's a holiday. Yeah, where did I get to? So, Marcus said Cole, Bruno, Wirtz, Rutter, Gakpo, Bowen, Watkins, and Mate. And Mate? Who's Mate? FPL Mate? Is that autocorrect on someone? I'm not sure what his team is though. He's keeping his cards close to his chest, I think. It might be the same one from the video, but I actually don't know, sorry. Ryan in the chat says FPL back, Focal is back, so pumped. It's good to be back. 30 Matters says, I am the manager at work, so I'll allow it. There you go. 30 Matters has given you permission to be in this stream while at work. Sally in the chat, she says, hey Oscar, Ekatike and Bruno or Gyökeres and Wirtz for the long term. I would go with the first combination, but maybe not Ekatike. Yeah, I'd go with the first combination, yeah. Ekatike could be a good pick, to be fair. Like, people say don't go for players that are new to the league, but that's not universally good advice, is it? Like, there's been plenty of cases where a new player's done well, and that could be the case of him. It's just like also the Isak thing for me. Tom Harrison says Anderson replacements, downgrade Bowen to facilitate. I love how you used the number 8 in facilitate to save yourself like 3 letters on a long word as it is. Anderson replacements. I think Anderson's fine. Otherwise Reinders, I would say. Bowen's great. I probably wouldn't downgrade it. I wouldn't downgrade Bowen. I mean, if you've got Anderson, just go Reinders, same price. Can you still hear the music, by the way? Because it's like, I've got the fan on in here, so I'm really like out of whack in terms of the music levels and the audio levels. I'm not sitting as close to the mic as usual, so. How many have we got watching right now? I haven't got the stream analytics open. Philip, thanks for the super chat. Hab says, talk through the Reinders choice again, Anders PTS cap. So, Reinders, so 2k, nice. Welcome all to the stream. No music. Oh, you're joking. Too quiet. But welcome all of you to the stream. Thank you for being here. Reinders then. Yeah, so it's Reinders or Anderson. Anderson is like totally safe for minutes. He'll play 90 most games. That quote from Nuno does worry me a bit. Like, we're saying we're very, very far from where we want to be. far in terms of preparation planning, in terms of the squad. And he's basically a defensive contributions pick. Like, he's going to tick along. Probably every other game on average, he'll get you an extra 2 points. But rarely goal involvements. But Reinders is like really high ceiling. And it does give me a route into City's attack. The risk with Reinders is he could end up playing a defensive mid, in which case he'll be nowhere near the points probably most of the time. And no one's necessarily nailed in Pep's team besides Haaland, I suppose. So those are the risks. How we doing, Paul? Good to see you, mate. Wayne, thanks for becoming a member as well. Thank you very much, Wayne Lynch. Appreciate that. Jeffrey says, Sanchez, Dubravka, Tikaipa, Munoz, Van Even, Milankovic, Estev, Salah, Palmer, Bruno, Mitoma, Reinders, Watkins, Mateta, Estev. What are your thoughts, Oscar? Yeah, I'm not sure about Mitoma, if I'm honest. I think I'd rather go for Sarr, but other than that, really, really nice team. But Mitoma's fine. Great team. Yeah, it's well structured. I like it. I probably wouldn't suggest anything other than that, honestly. I think Porro's worth having, but he's quite tricky to squeeze in for 5.5. Anurag says, welcome back, Oscar. What are your thoughts? Sanchez, Anderson, Milankovic, Porro, Salah, Palmer, Bruno and Dye, Reinders, Watkins, Pedro. You've got Richards, Estev and Mark Gue on the bench. Thoughts on Milankovic to Williams and then Dye to Rodgers or Reinders to a 6mm mid? No, I think that's okay. It probably balances out, to be fair. Like, Rodgers upgrade on Ndiaye, but Williams an equal downgrade on Milankovic. So I think it's fine as is. Nice team. Everyone's got kind of similar teams, haven't they, it feels like. Is there a template already? We call it a template. Like, a lot of players in the YouTube or like the Twitter template are actually not very highly owned overall. Akil says, Ratto or Reinders, I could upgrade an Everton defender to Nori. If I had the 0.5 spare, I'd say Ratto over Reinders, yeah. That's the only reason I've got him, because I don't have the 0.5. Otherwise, I'd probably have Tielemans. I actually think Tielemans over Ratto, just about. Should get 90 basically every game, some set pieces. Very small chance of penalties. While I keep going through the super chats, let us know, how many players have you got? First scout selection of the season. So they've gone Sanchez, Murillo, Porro, Tarkowski, Salah, Palmer, Bruno, Anderson, Reinders, Watkins, João Pedro. How many players have you got, including the bench? Property Ride, thanks for the super chat as well. Joe Antro, thanks for 25 months. He says, hi mate, it's good to be back. Thoughts on Mbumo? Nah, he's a wait and see for me. Wait and see on Mbumo. Could take him some time to settle. You know, he's not going to be on set pieces, not on penalties. It's a different situation to when he was at Brentford and when he was the main man. Now, Dozy, is Anderson on corners for Nottingham Forest? No, I think it's Gibbs White, isn't it? Property Rise says Mateta or Bowen. If you got the 0.5, yeah, Bowen. But yeah, he's the extra 0.5 for a reason. It just depends where that goes in your team. 11 out of 15, you got 8. United's fixtures are trash. They're good for Bruno, though. For the potential DEFCONs. What are we calling it? DEFCONs, DCs, or are we going like full defensive contributions? What's everyone been calling it? I've been calling it both in videos. I don't know what the agreed abbreviation is. DCs? DEFCON? S. Bailey, thanks for the super chat. Porro and Gakpo, or Van de Ven and Marmoush. I'd say Porro Gakpo. I don't think that one's even close. Porro Gakpo all the way. DEFCONs, okay. DEFCONs it is. Adam says I've been calling it a headache. So 56% Bruno, 44% Verts. Interesting, very close. New poll then. Which chip have you got active? Bench boost, none, bench boost and triple captain. Those are the only ones, right, that you can use. Gameweek 1. Yeah. Peter says Dewsbury Hall or a Sal Porro or Sanchez to facilitate Reinders. No, I don't think I'd sacrifice Porro or Sanchez for Reinders. It's too much of a sacrifice. Stay with Dewsbury Hall. MDL says Gakpo / Porro or Wirtz and Van der Ven. Gakpo, Porro, all the way. Did I just do that one? Am I going mad? No, it's Porro, Gakpo, Van der Ven and Marmoush. Yeah, I'd say Gakpo, Porro. Struggling with this game, says, hi Oscar, here we go again. Sanchez, Porro, Anderson, Milenkovic, Salah, Palmer, Wirtz, Reinders, Anderson, Ekatike and Watkins. The benches to Bravka, Konsa, Gu and Estev. 0.5 mil. What are your thoughts? I'm not sure on Ekatike myself straight off the bat. I'd rather go for someone I can trust a bit more, like João Pedro, Strand Larsen, Mateta. I don't hate it though. Is there anything else I would change? That's a nice team though. Like Ekatike, don't get me wrong, he could be great. You got 0.5 in the bank as well. Is there any way you can use that? No, I think I'd leave it, you know. It's one of those, like Ekatike, I won't be surprised if he smashes it. I probably won't have him myself. I'm not going to buy him for a while. If the window closes and Isak doesn't join, then I'll be looking at him, but I just don't like the uncertainty. Philip says, Wirtz and Fulkrug or Rodgers and Mateta. Oh, that's a good one. Wirtz and Fulkrug, Rodgers, Mateta. I'd say Rodgers and Mateta. The only thing I don't like about Fulkrug, besides what I said earlier, like the minutes, is where do you go if he doesn't work out? Like, where do you go from there? Who else is there for 6 mil and under? There's no one. Thiago maybe, if Brentford don't sign a striker, but they will. Maybe he ends up smashing it and he's just nailed first choice and that's the pivot, but it's just a gamble. I think longer term Fulkrug might not be the one. I think he could be a problem longer term. Ryan says, oh, I lost it. Green arrows. Thank you very much, Ryan. Yeah, make sure you like the stream to get to lock and a green arrow. Reese Armour says, hi Oscar. Williams and Kudus or Anderson and Rodgers. I'm sweating here. Man is struggling. Williams and Kudus or Anderson and Rodgers. Anderson and Rodgers, I would say. I'm not too keen on Kudus myself. Strand Larsen or Fulkrug plus 500, 0.5 mil. I would go Strand Larsen, Clint. I think he's a massive upgrade on Fulkrug. Harry says, Marmoush or Wirtz. Wirtz will definitely start. He'll definitely start. Wirtz is a really, really good pick. He's the one player I'd love to have that I can't squeeze in. There's too many sacrifices if I wanted to get him in. I'd have to lose Rodgers, first of all. So it'd be that. And then how much am I short? 1.5. I'd have to go Reinders to Dewsbury Hall. I don't really want to get rid of Watkins. That's the easier way. And then I'd have to lose a mil there as well. So that would have to be Murillo to a 4.5. I'm not even sure who that would be. Let's say like Dorgu or something. Just don't know if there's too many sacrifices, I think. It's easier if I get rid of Watkins, but who scores more, Watkins or Wirtz? Maybe we should do a poll on that. So, 87% aren't using a chip, 10% bench boost, 3% triple captain. So we'll do a poll on that then, because I think for a lot of people it's one or the other. Who scores more points, Wirtz or Watkins? Obviously Watkins costs you an extra 0.5 as well. So there is that. But yeah, to answer your question, Harry, definitely Wirtz over Marmoush. Luke says Anderson or Reinders, Kudus or Sarr / Eze, Kukurea or Virgil / Tarkowski. I'm on Reinders, and I think that's not going to change. I think I'm locked in with this now. I'm not changing anything. So I'll say Reinders, I'll say Sarr, and I'll say Kukurea. Cancel says, I've lost the message. Verbruggen, Van der Ven, Juve, Nico, Saka, Salah, Palmer, Wirtz, Reinders, Mateta, Bowen. Benches to Bravka, Agbadu, Estev, and Q. So you got 3 premiums. Interesting. I've not seen this setup anywhere actually, but I don't hate it. Is it worth having 3 premiums though? because you lose. It's just a lot of money, isn't it? Eaten up with 3 players, and you're going to captain. You have to captain Saka Gameweek 2, but after that, where do you really captain him? Like if you're spending all that money on a player, you want to be captaining them somewhere. Besides a one-off. I personally prefer Bruno over Saka and then spread the 2 million or 1 million around. But I think this is the best possible team you could do with 3 premiums. So if you're pretty set on that, I wouldn't change anything. It's a really nice team. You even got like the nice rotations there. Nice cheap bench. Yeah, no, I like it. If you want the 3 premiums, I think that's the best possible team you can build. If I'm honest with you. Great content, thanks very much. Josh shares thoughts on my Haaland and Salah picks. He's got Sanchez, Milenkovic, Porro, Nico, Vert, Salah, Reinders, Sarr, Anderson, Haaland and Mateta. Where's your bench? It's a great starting 11. But missing the bench. Have you got a 4.5 on the bench? Or not? If it's all 4 mils, then you're playing it a bit risky. I think you need to have at least one 4.5 mil on your bench. Or a playable player, depending on your setup. Who's your captain? I'm on Salah captain myself. Yeah, nice team. If I was on Verts over Watkins... Oh, hang on. You've got Salah, Haaland... Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of the Salah Haaland setup, but I don't hate it. Like last season, it would have smashed it, but this season, it's 28.5 million of your budget, so over a quarter on 2 players. It's a lot. I think Palmer instead of Haaland's better because you're talking about 3.5 mil saving. Oh, my light just went up. Plug that back in. Back to Reinders, I know. Cheeky Reinders. Simon, thanks for the 9 months. He says, I hope you had a good break. Best 6 mil mid. I would say Tielemans and then Rutter. And then go down to a 5.5. New chair. No, same chair. It's just an awkward desk because the camera's over there, but the desk is like, you have to go under this way. The Focal app asks you to sub when you've already paid. Can you send me a DM, random guy? I'll get that sorted for you. I'm not sure what happened there. I'll get that sorted for you though. Drop me a DM and I'll connect you with the dev. We'll get that sorted for you. Sorry about that. Sean says Bruno, Rogers, Reinders or Verts, Rogers, Rutter. I like the first combination more. Yeah, Bruno, Rogers, Reinders. You've got Rogers in both. So what you're actually asking is Bruno, Reinders or Verts and Rutter. And I would say Bruno, Reinders. I'm struggling to keep up with chat here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to slow down a bit. Which 3? Reinders, Rutter, Watkins, Sarr, Rutter, João Pedro, plus 0.5. Rogers, Rutter, João Pedro for words. Rutter, full crook, bloody hell. 5. Hang on, you give me 5 options here. Verts, King, and João Pedro. Hang on. Let me think. Reinders, Rutter, Watkins. There's no way I can process all of these 5. Sarr, Rutter, João Pedro. Rogers, Rutter, João Pedro. I feel like I'm not even saying words anymore. Verts, Rutter, Fulkrug. Verts, King, João Pedro. I would say option 1 looks best to me at a glance. Yeah, option 1 OP talent. I think that's the most rounded combination of players. Chaz Tat says thoughts on Arsenal defence. Yeah, I feel like everyone's sleeping on the Arsenal defence a bit. Obviously the fixtures aren't great, so there is that. What next 8 game weeks? Where are they? Bottom. They're actually bottom on the ticker. On the Focal app, which is, I guess, why people are sleeping on them. Yeah. It's one of those. I think you give it a few weeks and then you pivot towards the Arsenal defence when the fixtures ease up a bit. It's just the fixtures, isn't it? But like the Arsenal defence is the best in the league, I would say. So wouldn't surprise me if they still manage to grind out plenty of clean sheets. Tube Shots with a 1999 super chat. Holy, thank you so much, Tube Shots. Appreciate that. Said, thanks for all the cool content, Oski. Doing really well. Thank you. Thanks for the very generous support. Appreciate that a lot. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. Let Arsenal warm up first. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Struggling with this game says, uh-oh, why is it flashing now? Oh, it's overheating. I have to go a bit darker, I think. It seems to be too hot. There's a lot going on here. Right, or until Isak comes, Ekatike is nailed. No, I don't disagree with that. But it's like the uncertainty, isn't it? Like you could be giving yourself a massive headache a few weeks down the line. It's just your risk tolerance, isn't it? UK's a meltdown. Honestly, I'm so hot. I'm boiling here. I've got the fan on me, but it's not enough. I'll have to do a shirtless stream. It's just like, what if that transfer happens though, like in Game Week 2? Then you're setting yourself up for like an immediate headache. So, like in my opinion, there's equally good alternatives. So you go with them and then decide on Ekatike a little bit later. But yeah, I do understand the temptation. He is a nice pick. Aaron Wordley, thank you very much for the super chat as well. Appreciate that. Kozo says Sanchez or Tosin. Tosin looks nailed for 0.5 or less. Just don't know if he's completely nailed, if I'm honest with you. I think he probably starts the first few in a row. After that, don't know. Oscar taking his shirt off for a salad brace. If he gets a brace tonight, I probably will. I'm going to be going to Fantasy Football Fest in London later, so maybe I won't, because that'll end up everywhere on social media. No, I'd go Sanchez over Tosin. He should start most games, but he wants a defender, and it's still not a certainty. Fofana could be back in a week or two. Odie says Jorginho and Verts or Rodgers and Gakpo. I would say Jorginho and Verts, just about. Very close, that one. Very, very close. Again, it's like the thing. Gakpo is amazing if they don't sign Isak. Otherwise, like Isak and Ekatike, either of them could play down the left. It's not impossible. Check City Extra. What have they said? What did I miss? The Vardiol news. Was it that or something else? Or was it relating to Reinders? I saw what he said about Rodri and a few others. Not enough Forest want to sign Rico Lewis. Let me go back to chat. What did I miss? Fair. Yeah, but Rico, I don't think it'd be competition with Nico. I guess he could be. He's quite versatile, isn't he? But probably be Aina, or he could be used in midfield. He's just quite a versatile player, isn't he? Is that what it was? Or something else? Edison's leaving. Are you joking? Breaking Savinho. If they want to leave, they will come to me. I'm working with them because I'm here, and if they want to leave, they will knock on my door. So it's not confirmed. Is that what it is? They've tweeted a lot. I don't even know what I'm meant to be looking for. Trafford would be unbelievable if Edison leaves. Is Trafford 5 mil? I'm not changing my keeper now. Trafford would be so good for 5 mil. Left out of the squad. But what about Ortega? Yeah, I'm not touching that one. I'll see how that one settles. He is 5 mil. Fairs. 4 assists last season. Yeah, in for Donnarumma. Yeah, I'm not going there. Property Rise says Sancho, Murillo, Van de Ven, Williams, Salah captain, Palmer, Bruno, Gakpo, Dewsbury Hall, Watkins, Mateta, and the benches Dubravka, Dew for Stev and Gue. Yeah, really nice team. The only thing with Dewsbury Hall is where do you go if he doesn't work out? It's the same thing I was saying about Fulkrug. There is potential for him to just tick along with 2 pointers, 1 pointers, 2, 3 max. And I don't even know where he'd go. There is just not really any good 5 mils, is there? Let alone a 4.5 mil. But he does enable so much, so I don't hate it. I think that's a nice team. I'll be honest, I struggle at the start of a season to like give team feedback. So I'll be honest about that. Like the start of a season, it's difficult. Whereas, say when we're in like 5, 6, 7 weeks into the season, you kind of like start to build a picture of what's going on, the lay of the land, which players are like good assets, which are risky. Because you can't get a whole picture from pre-season. You can start to build one, but it's hard before the season's kicked off. So when you send your full team like that, like people are, they all look great to me, but it's hard to say for sure. Like I could say to someone, not Dewsbury Hall, but then for all we know, he plays as a 10, Grealish is competition for Ndiaye or something random, and Dewsbury Hall rips it up the first few weeks, and then I'm completely wrong. You don't need to go anywhere with him, and he's 5.5 by Game Week 3. It's very hard to start the seasons. I'm really struggling to keep up with chat. I'm really sorry, everyone. The Prince says everyone's panicking. United, Liverpool have got rotation. What do you mean? Like Ekitike? Yeah, I mean they've got options. And obviously United, they've signed Cunha, they've signed Mbeumo, they've signed Sesko. Well, I guess eventually, maybe not straight away, maybe straight away, they'll all start together. So does Bruno play a bit deeper? These are the sort of things that you learn as the season goes on, and you just don't know before a ball's been kicked. In theory, that's how it happens. Maybe it's not what happens. Maybe one of them will be coming off the bench every game. Maybe they go off early every game, and Bruno then plays more advanced. Who knows? Moses says Ndiaye and Sarr or Rodgers and Reinders. I would say Ndiaye and Sarr. Yeah, I like that more. Abdul Rahman says, same as you, but Murillo to Tarkowski, Reinders to Dewsbury Hall, and Strand Larson to Evan Olsen. What do you think? I really think Tarkowski is a set and forget. Yeah, I don't disagree, actually. He's got the potential to definitely just be a set and forget the whole season, right? Because no one hit the defensive contributions threshold more often than Tarkowski last season. He did it in 2/3 of his games. 2 out of every 3 games last season, Tarkowski gets you an extra 2 points. So he's got a really high floor in a nutshell. So I really like him as a set and forget. Just thinking about the other moves though. I don't think I would do it. I don't think I'd lose Reinders just to go Strand Larson to Evan Olsen. I'd prefer Strand Larson. Those twins says set and forget team look like Game Week 1 till 19. Set and forget. I mean, if I was going set and forget, I'd just go even more boring, like Anderson over Reinders, and I'd probably go bigger at the back. I'd lose Rodgers maybe and go bigger at the back if I was trying to set and forget. You know, you go for like Gabriel and those sort of guys, Kukurea. You have to go big at the back and boring, I think. Dan Bro says Haaland, Rodgers. I'm just working to it in the manager, sorry. Dan says Haaland, Rodgers and Sarr / Grealish or Saka, Watkins and Marmoush. Saka, Watkins, Marmoush, Haaland, Rodgers. I would say Saka, Watkins, Marmoush is a better combination there. I don't think it's impossible that Saka goes toe-to-toe with Haaland for points this season. And then you've got the other two that are upgrades on Rodgers and Grealish. So I would definitely say the second combination. Clint says Sanchez, Williams, Porro, Frimpong, Juve, Van de Ven, Wirtz, Salah, Tielemans, Palmer, Watkins, Dubravka, Reinders, Strand Larson, Gue. Any changes? I'm personally swerving Frimpong, but we just don't know like Bradley's injury. No one asked in the press conference, annoyingly. Like, I'd love it if there was FPL correspondence in press conferences. That's what they should start doing. They should send someone to every presser that is purely there for FPL. So they ask about who's on pens. They ask about, is Bradley injured? Because we're thinking Frimpong. It's too risky for me, but he's got massive potential. But yeah, great team. I wouldn't change anything. Personally, I would change Frimpong, sorry, but it's one of those, like, if Bradley's out a while, then Frimpong will be a cheat code. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it'd be really nice. Nemanja said, Oscar, you did a terrible job convincing me out of Bruno. I don't like the first 6 game weeks other than Burnley game week 3. But if I don't captain, it's surely better to spread the funds. I thought I did an alright job. I was saying go for Verts. I think he could match Bruno. That's not impossible. And yeah, you're only going to captain him once. Personally, I think in FPL you've got to put your hate for a player or team aside. Does anyone do that? Is there any, like, do you guys rule out any particular player in your FPL teams or any teams in general? Like Ben Crabtree, he's an Everton fan and he won FPL because he didn't touch any Liverpool players all season. He still does that now. Lauren says he does know Liverpool. Benjamin, thanks for your super chat as well. Said Areola, Munoz, Van der Ven, Porro, Bruno, Palmer, Sarr, Gakpo, Saka, Gyökeres, Watkins, Dubravka, Beto, Anderson and Juve. What are your thoughts? So I would lose Areola. They've signed Hermansen, so I don't think his spot is secure enough to go there now. So get rid of Areola. But Bruggen, probably my favourite, 4.5. I personally cannot go without Salah. So our drafts are quite different in that respect. I'm on Salah. You're on Saka. And for me, Gyökeres is a wait and see. I prefer to see how he settles down. I'd downgrade him and then upgrade Saka to Salah, personally. I would be biased because you're looking at my team on your screen right now, and that's how I'm set up. But other than that, yeah, Beto's too much money in your bench. So downgrade Beto. That also frees up more money. And Anderson, I think 5.5 is a lot to spend on your bench as well. The music's frozen. What happened? Oh, this one's a tune up next if it plays. Yeah, those are the main things I would look to change. Basically, I'm suggesting things that make you more aligned to my team, and I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong with how I've picked my team, but that's what I would do. Destroy Sword says, is it crazy to have all of Salah, Palmer, and Saka and Bruno? I've got Dewsbury Hall in the front two with Mateta and Strand Larsen. Not necessarily. No, we were talking about this earlier. Someone had 3 premiums, and I said I've not really seen that in any drafts, and it could work. We've seen it work before. It's kind of 3.5 premiums, isn't it? Yeah, you have to go really light up front. It's quite inflexible. Like, let's say Watkins carries on his pre-season form and he smashes it. You've got no way of getting there without 2 moves. I think you want to cover price points as much as you can going into Gameweek 1. And I mentioned this in my team selection video. I've got no 7.5mm forward slot covered well. Obviously I do selling Watkins, but I'm not going to sell Watkins when he's got good fixtures. Yeah, you can't cover it all, I suppose. But I would rather just Salah, Palmer, and then you've got the extra money without Saka. But yeah, we'll see. Like, Saka looked amazing in Arsenal's final pre-season game. Yash, thanks for the super chat. And Vijay as well said, hey Oscar, can you rate my team? For Bruggen, Juve, De Kuyper, Van der Ven, Saka, Salah, Palmer, Bruno, Anderson, Watkins, Strand Larsen, the bench is Dubravka, Konsagu, and Estev. Yeah, same thing. It's just, I think when you go 3 premiums, there's too many sacrifices. Like, your defence, you know that meme where it's like a crisp is like holding the door shut? That's your defence. Juve, De Kuyper, and Van der Ven. It's just way too light at the back. I would lose Saka, personally. I had loads of graphics prepared for the stream, but I don't know if we're even going to have time to go through them. I forgot to do a King of the Game Week graphic. Guesses in the chat. Who's going to be King of the Game Week for Game Week 1? Top scoring player. I'm going to pick someone I don't have so I don't curse it. Let's have a look at the fixtures. top scoring player. Who do you reckon? I'm going to go... I'll go Kudus. Nah, that's a bad guess. Who have Sunderland got? West Ham. I'll go Bowen. What are you saying? Mateta, Romero. Romero would be annoying. He's been in one of my drafts, but I suppose pretty much every player has. Haaland, Bowen, Adingra. We've got 3,700 tuned in right now. Thank you all for being here. I hope you're enjoying the stream. If you are, do subscribe. It is completely free. Appreciate you all being here. We're going to do a giveaway in a minute as well. I'm going to give away 5 season premium passes for the Focal app. We can do that now, actually, before I forget. If anyone's not got the Focal app, it is free. There are some premium features as well. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to put a code on screen, and you enter the code as you go to subscribe, and you'll see on your screen it redeems the whole season for free. So you'll have to be quick because I've got a lot of chat messages to catch up on. So let's put this on screen. So top left of your screen, I think it is, on the app, it will like have an area where you can upgrade or subscribe. Enter the code I'm about to put on screen, and the first 5 people that do it get the entire season completely free premium. The code is new season. First 5 that enter that will get the entire season membership premium for free on the Focal app. If you do miss out, then also as a reminder, after the deadline today, the price does go up. So it's your last chance anyway to get the cheaper price if you want it. It's what is it, like 49p a week, and you get loads: dashboard customization. You can hide all the ads. You get extra premium features, articles written by me. Just trying to find here if anyone managed to redeem them all. Let's go, Lek. 4 out of 5. There's 1 left. If you do redeem one, just cancel your membership straight away, and you'll get the whole season still. 5 out of 5. They're all gone. Well done, whoever got them. Right. Where did I get to? Sorry for all the missed messages. I'm really sorry about that. It's really hard to keep up. I think I said thanks to Yash for the super chat, and yeah, Vijay had the free premiums. Jay with the 9 months says, "Hey, welcome back." Van Dijk or Cucurella? I actually think Cucurella. A bit of a left field shout, but I'm not sold on Liverpool's defence. I want to see how they settle down. The fixture's a bit mixed as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Bournemouth score tonight. Hot take. If anyone's got a hot take for FPL for this game week or for this season, let us know. What's your hot take? 64% are on, say, Watkins over Wirtz. 36% prefer Wirtz. Yeah, thanks again, Jay. Igor says, is it worth to demote Frimpong to Kanate so I can promote Ekatike to Gyökeres Game Week 2? I have no Arsenal players. Bench boost in Game Week 1. Nah, whatever you do not book in transfers to Game Week 2. It's not a good strategy. Transfers are so valuable, and if you're booking them in as soon as Game Week 2, then you're asking for trouble, in my opinion, because you're going to need those transfers. Arias breakout season is your hot take. Pedro Porro top scorer Game Week 1. That is a hot take. Maybe not. Aaron Wordley says, Wirtz and Strand Larsen are Rodgers and Bowen. Oh, I'd say Wirtz and Strand Larsen. WJEB says, what do you think about bench boost Game Week 1? I don't hate it, but the fixtures aren't quite nice enough for me to consider it, if that makes sense. So, not for me. I don't actually know when I'm going to use it. It might be after my first wildcard. I'd prefer just for the dust to settle and see if there's any like bargain players that emerge. It's just, Game Week 1 is quite unpredictable, so I'm personally swerving the Game Week 1 bench boost, and I'll use it a bit later. Game Week 2 could work because you got Estev and Dubravka, but I just prefer to save it. Wait for a better opportunity. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to catch up with these messages. This is unbelievable. Thank you for all the messages and super chats, but like you're actually genuinely going to have to stop. This is a proper first world problem. I actually don't know what to say. This is a nightmare. Like I'm incredibly grateful, but I'm really worried I'm not going to get through all the messages here. We've got an hour till deadline. Bruno Fulkrug or Verts. I think I take too long to answer. That's the problem. I think I have to do it how. I think I actually have to give one-word answers. Bruno Fulkrug or Verts and Strand Larsen. Oh. Bruno Fulkrug. Thank you very much, Ronan. Mikey, thanks for the 18 months. Thoughts on Xhaka? Nah, I vaguely remember seeing Xhaka actually isn't even good for DEFCON. I think I'd rather Dewsbury Hall. He's not that great either, but I'd rather him. Bertman says, same team, but Verts with Bruno, Evan Nilsson for Strand Larsen. Is that okay? Definitely, yeah, that's fine. Tactics, Ekatike being overlooked. Yeah, it's just whether the transfer happens that could eat away at his minutes. Get an assistant. Where did I get to? Starbo McGee, High Focal, Saka and Bowen or Gyökeres and Bruno? I'll go Bruno, but a different striker, just not Gyökeres. Just go Watkins, or go for a 7.5, João Pedro, or Mateta. Mr. Glass says, Forest triple defence. Absolutely not. I'm not hearing anyone out on triple Forest defence. Go Sanchez, yeah. Sam Walker, Bruno, Strand Larsen, Reinders, or Vert, João Pedro. I think actually it's easier when they're short and sweet ones. If you guys send your entire teams, then that takes too long. I think that's how we're gonna have to do it. Short and sweet ones. If it's like your whole 11, I don't think it's gonna take too long. Bruno, Strand Larsen, Reinders, or Vert, João Pedro, Dewsbury Hall. That's a good question. I would say Bruno, Strand Larsen, Reinders just about edges that one, yeah. Archie says Tielemans / Rutte and Verts, or Rodgers and Gakpo. Yeah, I'd go Tielemans and Verts if I was picking one of those. I like Tielemans slightly more. Is Solanke going to start? I wouldn't risk it. He was on the bench, wasn't he, in the Super Cup, so I wouldn't risk it. You said no Sanchez, sorry. As a non-Sales or Sanchez. I still definitely wouldn't triple. That's mad. That is mad. Just go for, who else is there? Vicario works. Or go to a premium Raya. That's where I would go. Or down to Verbruggen. The Busted Flush, how we doing? It's good to see lots of the same names from the last season. I can see Luke's up next as well. Verts and Rodgers or Bruno and Sarr. Cheers, Focal. Bruno Sarr. Very, very close. That one. Very close. Bruno Sarr, I'd say. It's one of those as well. You have to be patient with it because Verts has got the fixtures game week 1 and Rodgers got the fixtures game week 1. But over 5 game weeks, I think the second combination does better. Luke, thanks for that. Sanchez and Sells. Sanchez and Sells. Porro, Nico. Porro, hang on. Porro, Nico, Porro. You got Porro twice here. Did you mean someone else? Salah, Palmer, Kudus, Rodgers, Reinders, Watkins, Bowen, Reinildo, Esteve and Gu. Should I change anything? Yeah, you got way too much money spent in your keepers. Too much on your keepers, I would say. Yeah, go one of those keepers down to Dubravka. There's no reason to have 2 5-mil keepers. Other than that, looks good. Depending on who the extra Porro is. If you've like hacked a second Porro in your team, then that's... Yeah, looks good. Don't think I would change anything. Kudus, I'd rather have Sarr actually, I will say that. Archie says João Pedro and Tielemans or Ryan. João Pedro, Tielemans, Reinders or Strand Larsen, Anderson, Dewsbury Hall. Surely the first combination costs a lot more. What am I missing? The first one definitely is miles better. Jared says currently have the same team, but you've got Richards instead of Murillo and Mateta / João Pedro for Strand Larsen. Thoughts on the best combination? Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I really wanted to have Mateta with João Pedro, and I couldn't find a way to do it that satisfied me. I could have gone Anderson instead of Rodgers, but it's 2 5.5s. Just wasn't that keen on rotating 2 of them, or having 2 of them. Yeah, I don't hate it. Richards is a nice pick. Not if you have to start in Gameweek 1. Yeah, it's one of those combinations, Jared. It's like 50-50 in it. Like, I could easily see that doing better. Like, João Pedro's been banging in the goals, even with reduced minutes. And Mateta's scored more than anyone in pre-season, so proper 50-50. Stick with it. FPL Hey says, Sales Verbruggen, Murillo, Cucurella, Porro, Gudmundsson, Aitnori, Palmer, Wirtz, Fernandes, Rutter, Gakpo, Evanilson, Watkins, Fulkrug, and your bench boost in Gameweek 1. Gakpo or Wirtz captain, I'm set. Captain poll, yeah, I'll stick one up. Let me just do that and then I'll get back to the question. Who's your captain? So we'll go Palmer, Haaland, Salah, other. Boom, poll is up. So you're bench boosting Gameweek 1, okay. I just don't know how I feel about bench boosting a Leeds defender. Home to Everton, is it? It just feels really low ceiling. I just can't shake the feeling that the bench boost is going to be better later on. Once we get a good picture of who the budget picks are that work on our bench. You know, maybe some other 4 mil defender emerges. You know, imagine like Heaven starts all the games for Man United. I'd rather bench boost a Man United defender. So I'm personally not sold on the bench boost Gameweek 1, but if I was doing it, I think you've pretty much nailed it then. Yeah. Gakpo or Wirtz captain. Also, the other thing is you're taking no Salah into future weeks. I just don't like that either. I don't know. I feel like I'd reassess this one if I was you. I know we're not long till deadline, but I think I'd reassess the bench boost Gameweek 1 because you get to like Gameweek 2 and just future game weeks in general, like who are you captaining? Have I missed it? You haven't got Salah, have you? Wirtz, Fernandes, Rutter, Gakpo, Palmer, yeah. So Palmer's your premium and that's it. No, it's not for me. Oh, Giant Oscar Star, thank you so much for the 10 gifted. I've only just seen that. I'm well behind. Really sorry. Thank you so much for that. And you said Porro, Fulkrug versus Romero, Strand Larsen. I would go... Oh, that's a tricky one. Porro is a massive upgrade on Romero. But Strand Larsen's a pretty big upgrade on Fulkrug. I'd go Porro, Fulkrug. Verbruggen, Porro, Van der Ven, Williams, Anderson, Esteves, Salah, Saka, Palmer, Wirtz, Dewsbury Hall, Fulkrug, Watkins and Gue. It's good to be back, Pierre. Sorry for anyone else that's said anything to me in the chat. I'm sorry I'm missing the messages. It's so hard to keep up. I need to we need a new Callum, and then we can have 2 streams going simultaneously, but not Callum. I know you don't. I know you guys didn't like Callum, so Callum's done. He's banned. But we can just clone me, and then we'll be twice as efficient. What? I've gone on a tangent. What the hell was I talking about? Yeah, it was John's question. For Frugan, Porro. Salah, Saka, Palmer. Yeah, nice team. I think that's about the best possible team you can get together with 3 premiums. It's kind of 3.5 with Wirtz. I prefer the Porro Fulkrug combination. I prefer the team balance of about 3 premiums, but if I was having 3, that's nice. Edison's unavailable, yeah, but are they going to sign a keeper still? He might leave, but they could still sign Donnarumma, is it? Lico's not working. Where's the leak code? DDQ. Oh, I've entered it wrong on the stream. I used last season's stream setup. It's DDQIOU. That's my code. Yeah. Make sure you go enter that. DDQIOU. I'll hit save. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably too late. Lots of people have entered the wrong one. Some random leagues, got loads of people joining it. DDQIOU. Will says, great stream. Thoughts on Sanchez, Tarkowski, Williams, Porro, Salah, Palmer, Rogers, Wirtz, Dewsbury Hall, Watkins and Pedro, benches Dubravka, Richards, Gue and Esteves. Yeah, lovely team. I landed on a near identical team to this last night when I was looking at how to have Salah, Palmer, Wirtz and Watkins, and I ended up with that with the Dewsbury Hall setup, and I think it's great. I honestly couldn't say mine's better than yours. It's so hard to assess early in the season. But yeah, it looks really good. I can't suggest any improvements, honestly. Hi, it's Abdullah. Can you rate my team? Sells, Williams, 8 Norrie, Porro, Tossin, Palmer, Salah, Verts, Reinders, Ekatike, Watkins, Benchen, Dewsbury Hall, Steven Gue. So Tosin, yeah, he's an interesting one. I think he probably does start at least the first few game weeks. Might even be nailed with the Colwell injury. But I'm swerving just because it's a potential headache. I'd rather go Sanchez and just play it safe from game week 1. But he is 4.5, so yeah. I do get it. I'd rather Sanchez, but I know that's affecting your combinations if you do that. Like, you could go Sanchez instead of Sells. 8 Norrie. I like Kukurea more than 8 Norrie personally from game week 1, just because of the certainty of minutes, but this is it. We just don't know early in the season. Like, if 8 Norrie ends up starting every game, whoever has him is on to a winner. But if he doesn't, then you're going to lose points to those that go a bit safer with, you know, the likes of Murillo and those guys. Other premiums that are nailed. Van Dijk, Gabriel, perhaps. Ekatike I'd probably swap out as well, but other than that, it's a good team. I just want to see what happens with Isak, really, and if they sign anyone else. If they don't, Ekatike is great. Ian, thanks very much for the super chat, and Paredes as well for the 9 months. Tosin thoughts. Yeah, so that was Tosin just there. In a nutshell, I'm swerving despite what Maresca said today. Adam Mardi says, Van der Ven and Dye or Porro and Dewsbury Hall? I'd say Porro and Dewsbury Hall is better, yeah. Tom, thank you as well. Sanchez, Frimpong, Milenkovic, Porro, Kudus, Palmer, Salah and Dye, Rogers, Watkins, Solanke. Your thoughts, big man? Yeah, Solanke I'd swap out. I'd go Solanke to Mateta or João Pedro, either of those, whichever you prefer. Frimpong should be good for game week 1, definitely. Maybe longer, depends on Bradley. I just worry, what if Frimpong's one of those, he starts 4 out of every 5? It's not going to be enough for him to keep pace with the others. So I'd rather Van Dijk. Ali Hassan just asked that. I'd rather Van Dijk, I think. But we just don't know. No one asked about Bradley's injury today. Like, if Bradley's out for 2 months, Frimpong would be straight in my team right now. I'd be ripping my team up if I knew that. Code for the league. I'll put it in the chat. DDQ IOU. There's a link in the description. You might have to refresh the stream though, because I've put the old link down there. Thanks again, John, for the gifted memberships. Nathan, if you had to pick one, King or Devaney? King. Probably gets more minutes, yeah. He's played lots in pre-season, scored twice. James says, Kukurea, Reinders, Watkins, or a 4.5 mil defender. Verts or Mateta. 4.5 mil Verts and Mateta, Kukurea, Reinders and Watkins. I'd say the second combination looks slightly better. Very, very close to that one. It really depends on Reinders. That's what it's going to boil down to. First one's better if Reinders, first of all, is a regular starter for City, and secondly, plays as an 8 rather than a 6. I think, no, I'd go first one, James. First combination. Yeah. And let's just hope, because I'm going Reinders, so let's just hope he comes good. Where did I get to? I'm so unbelievably behind. I'm so sorry for the missed messages. I know lots of you are asking stuff. Edison unavailable. Don't know. Yeah, check on City Extra. They're reporting it. Oh. Lucidus, thanks for the 25 months. He says, welcome back for another season. I hope you're well, Oscar. I'm doing very well. It's good to be back. I'm a bit knackered. It's been I've properly been grinding with the content over pre-season. There's been a few double upload days, which is mad. Like, I think FPL YouTubers in general are, like, compared to other channels I watch on YouTube that put out content, you know, once every week or two, sometimes once a month. Like, we're putting out daily content, sometimes twice a day. Like, it's hard work, I'm not going to lie. I love it though, absolutely love it. But it can be, some days I'm just like, oh, my head is fried. It's a little bit fried today, and I'm going straight into London, and I'm going to be out till late at the FPL meetup, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Black says, Verts and Anderson in, Murillo and Rogers out, the rest is the same. Tricky one. I've got Murillo Rogers, so I'll go with that. Yeah, I think I'd rather Murillo Rogers just about. W Focal, thank you, Bacon Man. Where did I get to? FPL 1. Is your, what was that saying? Is your team locked? Yeah, I don't think I'll change anything now. There'd have to be something major. What have I just been tagged in? My phone has been blowing up as well. Come back to that later. I also need to keep an eye on leaks. We've still got 40 minutes, so we're okay. But as we need a deadline, that's another thing. I'm gonna have to like stop looking at messages when we near the deadline temporarily, just in case there's any leaks on Liverpool. I think the lineup's gonna be quite predictable. I suppose some of you would love to know that, you know, Ekitike, Gakpo, Salah front three should be Frimpong starts and all that. We'll try and get confirmation of that for you near the deadline. FP1, which four? Pedro, Jokeres, Rogers, Kieran Dewsbury Hall, Pedro Bowen, Matoma Kudu, Solanke, Pedro Marmish, Pedro Bowen, Gakpo, Reinders. Second and third I don't like. It's first or third. So what was it again, Bowen? I would say the fourth one. Yeah, fourth one's the best, I would say. Helmarin says Sanchez and Van der Ven or Trafford and Tozen. Definitely the first combination. Trafford's not safe. Tozen's not safe. Ben McCarthy says Salah triple captain, always good game week 1. Might share with Isaac later. Nah, save it, Ben. Salah's going to play home to Sunderland. With the greatest respect to any Sunderland fans watching right now, he's got that to come. He's got home to all the promoted teams to come. So does Palmer. So does Haaland. Sorry in advance, like if he smashes Bournemouth, but I'm saving it for a promoted team. It's not entered my thoughts personally. I'm still working my way down the super chats. Sorry, Blizzard. I think you might be further down. Yeah, I do see you there. Struggling to keep up, I'm not going to lie. It's a greater problem to have. Like, I'm really grateful for this, but I keep losing track. For some reason it jumps when I'm scrolling. Yeah, Evan, thanks for 24 months. 24 months, 2 years. He says, news on Kelleher and Dubravka injuries. Kelleher's going to be a late decision. Dubravka, I'm actually not sure, sorry. Don't know about Dubravka. Has anyone got the latest on Dubravka? Was Parker asked? Don't know on Dubravka, sorry. But Kelleher's a late decision, which isn't much help either. Bradley's out for 2 months. He's joking. If that news dropped right now, I don't even know what I would do. Because I can't go straight to a 6 mil. What would I do? I'd go Murillo, maybe Murillo to Frimpong. Oh, I don't even want to think about that. The stress of like last minute news in the Gameweek 1 team, Gameweek 1 stream. Adadan, thanks for the 11 months. Any 4.5 mil defender rotations you'd recommend? I currently have Guay and Van der Ven. Yeah, I was looking at that as well. I quite like that one. Is there others? There's like... I'm trying to remember what they were. Is it Anderson and Agbadu? If you're a Focal app subscriber, there is a little rotation thing. You just like tap a team like that, and then you press sort by rotation. That's an easy way to do it. So you've got like Villa and Spurs there, for example. You can pick a Gameweek range. Like I might wildcard Gameweek 13, so if I go to 12, do it that way. So yeah, Spurs. Like Senesi works, but we just don't know with Van der Ven. Senesi's really good for defensive contributions per 90, but we just don't know what like Bournemouth's defence will be like. De Kuyper or Tosin for Chelsea cover? I would say De Kuyper just because he's more safe for minutes. Still not nailed himself. 41 months. 41 months, Mikkel. Says, #1 player video changed from yesterday. I don't actually know, Mikkel. I messaged earlier and I said, how's the squad shaping up? He said, I think I'm all set. I'll have a look when I finish work and hope it hasn't changed again. So he's also at work and he's having to like work out his team. So, yeah, of course he might have changed things because that was a few days ago that we did that video. So we'll see what it looks like Game Week 2. I really can't wait to see how that video unfolds. Like, it's never been done before where the #1 all-time manager documents his season team selection videos every week. And if you missed it, that's going to be happening on this channel this season. So hit subscribe below if you want to know what the GOAT is up to. His average rank over the last 6 years is 4k, 4.1k. He's absolutely cracked at FPL. Mohit says, Strand Larsen, why not 7.5 mil? Well, it's the combinations, isn't it, Mohit? Like, I'd love to have a 7.5, but then where am I going with the 1 million that I need to lose? It'd have to be Rodgers to a 6 mil. What are the 6 mils? Tielemans? Maybe? Or I'll go to a 5.5, but I'm not a massive fan of having two 5.5s. Kano says, hey, I'm not sure if I'm playing FPL this season. I just started a new job as an AI compiler engineer at Zuck's company. Plus, my mate tried to finesse me out of my mini-league winnings last season. I think you should, Kano, because you can always change your minds and just don't bother playing the season out. But what if you end up thinking, oh, I should have entered one, but then you're too late and you missed out on Gameweek 1 points? You can just copy my team if you want. You don't have to put any thought into it, and then just decide next week. Or decide after Gameweek 3 during the international break. I don't know. That's a bit, yeah, that sucks about your mate though. What a knobhead. So, Captain Pole, Salah 70%, Haaland 15%, Palmer 10%, and other 5%. Rick Star says, Gyökeres and Sarr or Bruno Fernandes and João Pedro, you legend. Thank you, Rick Star. Gyökeres and Sarr, Bruno. I'd go Bruno and João Pedro, yeah. I think that's the way better combination, personally. Blizzard says, thoughts on my no Salah build? Verbruggen, Frimpong, Porro, Munoz, Eze, Marmoush, Cunha, Verts, Gyökeres, Ekatike, João Pedro. Not for me. There's a few things I don't like. I don't like Eze. Like, what if he's been linked to clubs, hasn't he? Ekatike, what if Isak joins? Gyökeres, is he going to get really good minutes every game? I think there's a few wait and sees there. I can't go no Salah, not for me. Is Reinders a guaranteed start? He's not. He's not a guaranteed start. But he's like quite a high ceiling pick. If he is getting the minutes, and if he is playing as an 8, he could play as a 6, and then he's not such a good pick at all. But yeah, we'll have to see. I kind of like him over Anderson. The more I've thought about it today, and those comments that Nuno said in his press conference earlier did make me think. Projected points for this game week more or less tallies up with the captain poll. Salah's on 7.9 on review. Palmer 6.5, Haaland 6.3, Pedro Porro. Porro in 4th for Gameweek 1. Verts and Marmoush. Interesting. So yeah, Salah top. As always. Paul says Tarkowski and Richards due for Munoz, plus Porro and Williams. I think I like Tarkowski Richards more. Are you saying, and you've got Porro and Williams, or is that another combination? If that's another combination, that's the best one. If you've already got them, lovely. Archie says, Tielemans and Reinders, Strand Larsen, or Anderson, Dewsbury Hall, João Pedro. Yeah, I'll check the leaks in a minute. We've still got half an hour, so I suppose I can check it on my phone, and then I'm not flicking back and forth there on my screen. Let's see. Nothing at the moment. I'll keep an eye on it. So Tielemans, Reinders, Strand Larsen, or Anderson, Dewsbury Hall, João Pedro. I like the first one more, actually. Yeah, I think the first one's quite a bit better. Benjamin says, why no Haaland? He's got great fixtures and Liverpool's so much talent. Maybe Salah doesn't score. I don't know. People say stuff like that about Salah every season, though, don't they? People always find new ways to justify no Salah, and Salah always smashes it. Maybe this is the year he doesn't. Eventually, someone will be right. But I prefer Salah over Haaland. Just the fact he's a midfielder as well. extra point per goal, the clean sheet points. Midfielders just always score more points on average. Fabio says, hi Oscar, Munoz and Reinders or Richards and Sarr? I'd say Munoz and Reinders, yeah. Ricardo says, hi Oliver, so happy to be back and hope everybody's well. I wanted to ask Reinders over Ndai and Murillo over Nico Williams. Best of luck to all. I'd say Ndai is better than Reinders, but they're 1 million apart. And yeah, Murillo is better than Nico, but he's 0.5 more, so they're both worth the extra price. They're extra for a reason. Yeah, this is the thing. Braithwaite's picked up a hamstring injury, so it puts me off Tarkowski a bit. I don't think it's going to have a significant impact on their clean sheet chances. It could be like they're 10% less likely. What are the odds saying on the site? 27%. Tottenham are top 45, and then it's City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Brighton, Arsenal. Projected goals, yeah, I'm scared of no Verts tonight. 2.6. Then it's Spurs, City, Chelsea, Brighton. So rock bottom, Burnley 0.8 against Tottenham. Bournemouth 7% chance of a clean sheet. That's on the Focal app, fpl.page, if you want to access it. Pratty, thanks for the 21 months. Wan-Bissaka or Konsa, Gakpo and Verts. I would go Konsa, because after Gameweek 1, Wan-Bissaka's fixtures don't look so good. Verts over Gakpo. Lucas says, hi FPL, would you go Porro and Anderson or Romero and Kudus? Porro and Anderson, yeah, definitely. Yeah, Kudus is nice for Gameweek 1, but I think Anderson could score similarly long term. He's more of a boring pick. Like, he's just going to tick along with the defensive contribution points. You know, like 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 4 sort of thing. Whereas Kudus, he might get 7 one game and then he'll go 3 weeks of 2. They'll probably do similar, but Porro is a big upgrade on Romero because he'll be taking corners. Mark says, hey Oscar, just escaped dinner with the in-laws to join the stream. Oh, you made it. Good to have you back. How'd your take on the Salah triple captain? You're doing it anyways. He's fit. Bournemouth defensive combinations are new and less future chip stress. Yeah, fair enough. That's obviously like the same reason people are using the bench boost. You get out of the way and you've got more money. What's this Focal? You're like an FPL parental role to me. What do you mean? Like an FPL dad? I guess I'll take that. Steven says, WBTAV. What's that short for? Oh, it's a half six deadline, isn't it? We've still got an hour. FPL Unk. FPL Daddy. Oh dear. WBTAV. I'm not sure what it stands for, but Dewsbury Hall Murillo or Anderson and Williams. I'd say Anderson Williams. Yeah. Anderson and Williams, just about. How we doing? I think I'm almost got through the messages. No, I haven't. I've still got a few more. Kataxi says, what do you think? Strand Larsen to Wood and Porro to Van der Ven. Nah. I wouldn't do that. I'm not a big fan of Wood. Forest scored 1 goal in all of pre-season, you know. Like, the goals have just dried up. They kept loads of clean sheets, 5, but they only scored 1 goal. It was Wood in fairness, but that put me off Wood massively. So, Strand Larsen and Porro. Amy Pan says, similar team to yours, only changes are Sarr for Rogers, Van der Ven for Nico, Pedro for Larsen, going 4-4-2 for Gameweek 1 thoughts. Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine. Those combinations are nice. I'd love to have João Pedro. His ownership does scare me. Oh, it's welcome back for another video. No, it's welcome back for another video. WBFAV. Welcome back for another video. Flandy with the 39 months says, hello boss, big 40 next month, 4K viewers mad. Next month is it? Are you doing anything for it? Other than spaffing your triple captainship, probably. Are you using the chip Gameweek 1? I'm trying to remember. Tuna says best 4.5s to rotate. You got Dorgu and Concert. Yeah, I like that. I like Van der Ven and Richards. Guehi's good as well, but he was being linked with Liverpool at one point. I think he'll stay and go free next year. I think I like Van der Ven and Guehi more, but Dorgu and Concert's nice. They're both good. Can't think of any other ones off the top of my head. There's one with Agbedu, but I forget who it was. Oh, I was going to say, I didn't think you were that old. That did throw, I'm not going to lie, it threw me off, but I didn't want to say anything. I was like, there's no way you're 39. Because I thought you were in your 20s. Simon, thank you, says, new season. It's currently 2:30 AM in Australia. We go again. Do you think Rodgers and Strand Larsen or Tielemans and Mateta? I'm quite scared having no verts. Rodgers, Strand Larsen, Tielemans, Mateta. I would say Rodgers, Strand Larsen, yeah. Reece James, my goat, will be bagging. Oh, you're 30? Okay. Oh, you're younger than me. Not all bad. Right, I've officially caught up on Super Chats. I can breathe for a second. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support. Oh, what a tune. This was my remix of the standard Focal song. Welcome back for another video. This poll's glitching out. I'm going to end it. That sounded dramatic. I didn't mean end myself. I meant I'm going to end the poll. There we go. Poll is done. Any poll ideas? Yeah, I've got one. Do you like the double chips change? Also, let me know about the other chips as well. Oh, sorry, other changes. Like, do you like defensive contributions, the new assist rule? Obviously, the one we've all forgotten about, and that got a lot of pushback, was we're going to get 5 free transfers when we get to AFCON. So, Gameweek 16, I think it is. That one I'm not so sure about, but I think overall, good changes this season. I like the defensive contributions. It makes more players options. Double chips, what I mean is we've got 2 every chip now. In the past, we had 2 wildcards, 1 for each half of the season, but we only had 1 free hit, triple captain and bench boost. But now we've got 2 everything. So that's quite fun. Now we can use, well, we have to use or lose a chip, one of every chip in the first half of the season. So yeah, we can like triple captain in. Like if you got Saka, you go game week 2, triple captain Saka, or I actually don't even know when Salah's playing the promoted guys. He's got Sunderland home game week 14. I'll probably use mine then. Triple captain Salah home to Sunderland game week 14. That is a mad back-to-back week. Who was that after? Was that Burnley? Oh, just googled that. He's got Leeds away, game week 15. Yeah, Sunderland home, game week 4. You have to have triple Liverpool for that. Yeah, shout out to Simon, by the way, tuning in 2:30 in the morning in Australia. What time is it where you guys are tuned in? Whereabouts in the world are you guys watching from right now? Aussie Sports in the chat says, "Good day from Australia. Love your work, mate. Question on the centre-backs. Anderson, Guehi or Richards?" I would say Anderson. He's just easily the best for defensive contributions per 90. It's a shame Robinson's out though. That is a bit of a miss for Fulham, but yeah, I do like Anderson. I think he should tick along more or less. Alright, back to chat. I'll turn the music down a bit, I think. It might be too loud now. Unless you were enjoying that. I'll make sure you can hear me. Tune in from Germany. Wembley. Kenya, Nairobi, Indonesia. Kent, Trinidad. Ghana. Australia. Hungary. India. Malaysia, USA, South Africa. Right, Faisal says, what do you think of starting with Mbumo since he's a winger? He can score goals and he can cross as well. Also, Amarin says Sesko will start. Do you think I should pick him? New signings impact. I want to reserve judgment on new signings. So Mbumo's an absolute no-go for me. Like, he's not on pens anymore, not on some set pieces. He's not the main man anymore. And Sesko, I'd want to see how he settles. It's a nice price, but I'd rather just wait and see on him. DJ K says Paqueta and Evan Nilsson or Wood and Reinders. I would go with the second option, but I'd go with a different 7.5. I would go with João Pedro or I'd go with Mateta and Reinders. Tell 1995, thank you for the super chat. Clayton says, hi Oscar, with Forest signing McAtee and Douglas Luiz, are Anderson minutes a worry? Did they sign Luiz as well? Nah, he's like one of their best players, if not best. I wouldn't expect his minutes to be affected. It's just because of like Champions League, isn't it? Sorry, Europa League. You need the depth or you're in massive trouble. They're fighting on multiple fronts, 4 competitions. You have to have the depth. What 5.5 mids would you recommend, not main Reinders? It would just be Anderson Reinders, to be honest. Caicedo might do well, but that's about it. Or you just go to Dewsbury Hall and use the 0.5 on a good upgrade if you can. Loz, thanks for the super chat. Loz says, would you go for Anderson over Konsa? So this is the Fulham Anderson now we're talking about. Yes, I would. Quite close, but yes, I would. Anderson is like significantly better for defensive contributions in a nutshell. So I like that. Like, there could be times where his 2-pointer ends up a 4, and you take that at the end of the day, wouldn't you? Stuart says, Sarr, Palace's Sarr, and Dewsbury Hall, or Sarr, Tottenham's Sarr, and then die. First one, I don't like Tottenham's Sarr. I know he's banged in a few in pre-season. He lobbed Raya from 40 yards, but not for me. Keenan says, Porro, Rogers, Pedro, or Van der Ven, Bruno, Strand Larsen. Ooh, that's a really tricky one. Because Porro is like, I think he's so good. Like we just saw on the projected points for Gameweek 1, he's literally top 5, was it? Yeah, he's 4th. So I was moving my little light around there. It's a bit bright, but there we go. What was I saying? Yeah, Porro's a massive upgrade on Van der Ven, but Bruno's a massive upgrade on Rogers. If I had to pick one, I'd say the second combination, yeah. If you can't get to Porro at all. Paul says, Dewsbury Hall and Rogers, or Anderson and Dye, thanks. Dewsbury Hall, Rogers, Anderson and Dye. Dewsbury Hall, Rogers. Bobby in the chat, he says, how are we? This is the Bobby that, if you've seen the short, sued me. He's the one that sued me. So I need to be careful with my words here. I might have to exercise my rights. He says, new season, new chances. I'm getting reasonably cold feet on Solanke. Any last minute suggestions? Have a great season, everyone. This is a setup. If Solanke scores Gameweek 1, I know I'm getting another lawsuit across my inbox. Yeah, he didn't start in the Super Cup. He missed most of pre-season. So, not for me. I would go to another 7.5. Myself. I need to take a screenshot of my team, in fact. Let me do that before I forget and share it. Yeah, let's just have a look for leaks as well. Bear with me and I'll come back to messages. I just want to check leaks, post my team and so on. I post my team before every deadline all season, so I want to make sure I do that as well. Right. New Liverpool signing. No leaks from Liverpool at the moment. Post up my channel as well. 1 second. Music stopped as well, or was it just me? Oh my god, I've just typed, you know like when you spam letters on your keyboard to save it, I typed SDF, SDF, and it says, this file already exists. Has anyone ever done that before? God, I need to clear up my desktop. SDF, SDF already taken. Right, sorry, rambling. Post that, share, share now. Right, done. It's out there. Let me get back to the chat messages. We've got 45 minutes till the deadline. Oh wait, it's 45 minutes. Oh, I thought the deadline was in 15 minutes. I've done it so early. Oh well. I shouldn't have done that. I normally do it like 50 minutes from the deadline, but there could be last minute stuff that changes it all. Oh well, it's out there. I can't go back on it now. Well, I can. What was that? Oh, let me just say yes to this. Never mind. It was just from an in the know for so I was just seeing if they had anything. They messaged me out of the blue, so I said, "Yeah, what have you got?" And they said nothing. But he said as of right now. So if he says anything, then I'll let you know if possible. Right, sorry, where did I get to? It was Oscar says allegedly. Eds T says Verts, Nico Williams, or Bruno and Juve. No Salah. I'd say Bruno and Juve. I prefer Bruno to Verts, but it's super close. Areola? Yeah, I'm not keen on Areola because they signed Hermansen, didn't they? So surely he could lose his spot at some point. Send your lump or Mateta. Send your lump all day. Right, where did I get to? Kieran said Porro and Rogers or Ndiaye Van Dijk. I like Porro Rogers more all round. I think Porro is better than Van Dijk even. And Rogers is an upgrade on Ndiaye. RJ says Bruno Verts, Salah, Palmer, Dewsbury Hall, or Palmer, Salah, Verts, Anderson, Rogers. Also best 6 mil defender. Bruno Verts, Salah, Palmer, Dewsbury Hall, or Palmer, Salah, Verts, Anderson, Rogers. Best 6 mil defender. I actually think it might be Cucurella, which is a bit of a left field shout. I think it might be Cucurella. I'm not sold on Liverpool's defence just yet. Could be Van Dijk, but the fixtures aren't nearly as good. The switch from Anderson to Reinders. Yeah, I mean, Anderson's like just a defensive contributions pick. Like, he did get like 2 goals last season, and I think it was 6 assists. So he might get a little bit, but they haven't scored a single goal in pre-season. And then Nuno came out with this quote saying like, we're in massive trouble, we're not where we want to be, we haven't got the squad, the tactics right and all this. Reinders, like, he played 3 times in the Club World Cup. The one game he missed out was an easier fixture when they were like only 2 days apart or whatever. And he scored a brace in their final friendly against Palermo. So I just think he's got a lot more potential, but it is risky. It's a bit riskier than I like to go in Gameweek 1. But I think he's one of those. Like if he starts as the 8, I think he's going to be FPL gold. If he plays as a 6 and DM, then he could be a problem. So this is quite split. 59% like the changes overall. 41% don't. Interesting. Dad says, are you not worried about having João Pedro up top? Yeah, I am. I'm not going to lie, I am. Because he's like, what is he, 50-something% owned? Great fixtures. But how do I get him in? I'd have to go Rodgers down to a 6 mil. So basically it's like Tielemans and João Pedro. Or Strand Larsen and Rodgers. Maybe that's closer than I'm giving it credit for. It really depends on João Pedro's minutes. How he gets on if he does come off early, because he has been getting the goals even when he comes off early. Like the lap's been coming on, but he's still been scoring the goals. And if that carries on, then static sound. Oh, thanks for the feedback. I'll put that over there. Is that better now? Let me know if that's a bit better like that. I've got this weird thing when my keyboard is too close to the microphone. There's like static. Is it still doing it now? It's the weirdest thing. It never used to do that. Oh, there was none at all. Oh, was it a wind-up? There has been a static, though, like when I put my keyboard next to the mic. It's really strange. Oh, it's the computer fans. I do have my fan on. It's so hot in here, I can't even put in words. So I've got the fan on. It's my phone. Quite subtle. Okay. Yeah, it's probably the fan in the background. It is a Bluetooth keyboard, but even when it's not switched on Bluetooth mode, maybe it's just always got Bluetooth on, even when it's switched off. It's cabled up all the time. I think we can forgive the sound to not watch you cook on live stream. Yeah, so those were the combinations, like João Pedro and Tielemans. Or Rodgers and Strand Larsen. And I just thought Strand Larsen, he's like totally nailed. Rodgers totally nailed. Yeah, Vardiel's not even in the squad. Reportedly, didn't travel. So we'll see. The Wolves fixtures, obviously Gameweek 1's not great. But there are some pretty nice ones in there. You can't see it on your screen. They've got Bournemouth, Gameweek 2, not bad, because obviously Bournemouth have had so many outgoings at the back. Everton home, Gameweek 3, Leeds home, Gameweek 5. Will says, same team except for Juve and Mateta over Murillo and Strand Larsen. I prefer Murillo Strand Larsen, obviously, which is why I've got that combination. Murillo was just unbelievable for defensive contributions last season. To go defenders. See that column there? DCs. Tarkowski got 44 last season. 22 times he hit the threshold. Murillo did it 19 times. So literally only Tarkowski did it more. Obviously besides Bednarek, he's not playing the league now. 19 times he did it last season. And I think he started something like 36, 37. So it's like basically every other game he's getting an extra 2 points. No defender would have gotten more double-digit returns than Murillo. So I really like Murillo for that reason. Tommy says, best 6.5 mil mid. You're on in Dyer right now, but you're unsure. I actually think Ismaila Sarr is the best one. Like, he absolutely blew the other 6.5 mils out of the park last season for expected goal involvement. He is pretty wasteful. You have to get him at the right time, but Send your lumps. God, I say good evening, Oscar. Wishing you a good game. Love you. It's good to be back. It is good to be back. Yeah, I like Salah the most. And Dye's not bad. Like, he's on pens, to be fair. You're back, FPL Attenborough. Lohan says Milenkovic over Murillo every day of the week. Well, this is it. So Milenkovic has got the way better goal threat. He's like 6'5" or something, 6'6", and he scored 5 times last season. So it's more like swingy. I think Murillo will probably tick along more, but Milenkovic is going to have those games where, you know, like a goal, a clean sheet sort of thing, 15-pointer. Do you use any FPL AIs? Is there actually even an FPL AI? Like, it's a buzzword that gets thrown around so much. I think it's actually just algorithms that suggest the optimal thing to do based on your team, budget, transfers, and so on. I think they're just algorithms. Like, AI is like proper buzzword in FPL. I use FPL Review to like guide my decisions, and if you've watched my players to buy video, FPL Review projections, their algorithm is the foundation of that series. But I rarely do like what it actually says to do. I just find it very useful for like sanity checking some different routes I can go down. Like if you went on there and said, give me the best Gameweek 1 team, it's not what you see on screen. Trap says, I'm just copying your team. I don't want any stress. Fair play, I respect the honesty. Rater or Sa. Taling says, Ndai or Kudus and why? I'd say Ndai just edges it purely because of the penalties. And I feel like Kudus, Spurs, their attack's just not at its absolute optimum right now. Not that Everton's a particularly good attack, but they've got like Solanke getting up to speed. Maddison's out, Kulusevski's out. I'd say Ndai edges it for the penalties, if nothing else. I just made my team, and then you posted your identical team. What do I do now? Well, Malbert, as long as you don't get to Gameweek 38 and you've made 38 identical transfers. No, it's 34 minutes till deadline in the top right corner. I thought it was at 6 o'clock and I panicked a bit, but we're actually alright. Like, we got time. All good. It's all slowed down a bit now. I'm feeling good now. It was a bit chaotic earlier. It was a bit much. I can pause and like, actually read all your messages now. So keep them coming. Yeah, 35 minutes. Why no Wood? Just their attack seems to be all over the place, and Hal said this earlier today, I think it was, in his press conference. We're very far from where we should be. We're very far in terms of preparation, in terms of planning, in terms of the squad. So we're all very worried. The plan that we had didn't get through, and so on. So I just think that 1 goal in pre-season, I'm not tempted by Wood based on all of that. Their defenders look alright. Like, they're doing a great job at the back. The defenders are doing their job. 5 clean sheets they kept in like, I think it's 7 or 8 games. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Yeah, now we've got a moment to pause. Thank you to everyone that's watched content over the pre-season. Like, the views have been so good. I've worked really hard on new ideas and redid all the graphics and a new concepts. So I'm really like chuffed with that. And also, if you've got the Focal app, thank you for that, because there's now 250,000 people, active users on the Focal app, which is a crazy number. I didn't expect it would be popular when I thought up the idea for it, but here we are. If you haven't got it, just search FPL Focal in the App Store. You can also access it from your browser, fpl.page. We haven't looked at captains, so the captain widget on there has got Salah 5 stars. This one like guides you with the best captains every week. Palmer and Haaland 3 stars. Wirtz and Porro 1 star. That is interesting. But yeah, Salah the favourite this week. More users than subs. I know. That's crazy, isn't it? I was thinking about that last night. I was like, that's mad. That's resonated with more than my actual audience. But then I thought maybe some of those are people with 2 devices. I don't know. Either way, mad number. Stain Senel says minus 0.1. Do I drop Frimpong to a 5 mil or João Pedro to Strand Larsen? I think Frimpong down probably is going to be better longer term. It really depends on Frimpong's minutes though. But right now, like, it could be a little bit risky. His minutes could be a bit ropey. But it really depends on Bradley, so it's so hard to assess. Like, if I knew Bradley was out for a while, I'd have Frimpong in my team right now. But we just don't know. No one asked today in the press conference. So, it's guesswork, that one. Like, if Bradley's in the squad for tonight's game, then I would be worried about Frimpong starting every week. New tattoo for the 250k special. You know what? I keep forgetting I got the Focal tattoo at 200,000, and sometimes I look down and I'm like, oh my god, got the Focal logo on my ankle. You going to Fest? Yes, I'm going to be there. Are you going, British? I'm heading there straight after this stream, actually, so in half an hour time, I'll have to instantly disappear. Yeah, I won't have time to hang around and chat today. There's an FPL meetup in London, so I'm heading to that. How are we doing, Elliot? If any of you are going, then definitely come over, say hi. Cleanly says Salah, Watkins or Haaland, Saka and why? So that's also 0.5 million extra with the first combination, right? I just prefer the first one. I think Salah outscores Haaland by a fair bit, and you're going to want to be captain in Salah. No, you're not. I'll be a Londoner. I think we might be out afterwards, but don't know what the plan is yet exactly. Yeah, I think Salah should outscore Haaland theoretically this season by a decent amount of points, but we'll have to see, I suppose. So yeah, Watkins and Saka. It's close, to be fair. I just prefer Salah. He's such a proven pick, isn't he? Whereas I'm still not like totally sold on the City's attack this season. It's different to Haaland's first season and second season right now, it feels to me. Maybe Rodri was the missing piece and he's working his way back. There's a fixture swing a bit later, isn't there, for City, and I'm open to starting with Salah and switching to Haaland. Game week 6, City got Burnley home, so I could go Salah to Haaland then. I'm not opposed to that, and I reckon that's going to be talked about a lot near the time. How are we doing, Mike? Yeah, it's good to be back. Is that chair comfy? It's okay. Not as good as my old one. I need to get another one. Those that have watched for a long time remember I used to have a black chair, and it was the perfect height for my dog to sleep on my shoulders. Probably for the best, but he can't do that anymore, because people used to just switch my stream on and I had like a dog sleeping across my shoulder like a scarf, and people were like, what is going on in this stream? But yeah, sadly he can't do that anymore. So Doug says Strand Larsen third forward or Gue and spread the funds. It really depends how you spread the funds. Like, you know, if you're going Gue and then instead you have, I don't know, Rodgers in midfield, then I prefer Rodgers. Yeah, it depends how you spread it. It's hard to say. Saar I'd probably rather have as well. Quite close though, but if you can go 7 million and spread it that way, then Rodgers I think is better than Strand Larsen. Your captain in Verts for jokes. How are you, Oscar? I'm doing well, thank you. I'm very well. Good luck with the Verts captaincy. We'll get a final captain poll going up then. Who's your captain? Salah, Palmer, Haaland. Other message in chat. Munak says Dewsbury Hall and Murillo or Williams and Reinders. I think probably Williams and Reinders just about. Really close, that one. It depends on Reinders completely, and He's a bit of a risky one, Reinders. Don't get me wrong. Like, if he's starting in the 8, he's absolute FPL gold for 5.5 mil. But if he's playing as a 6, he's just going to get 2 3-pointers. So it's a little bit risky, but the upside is definitely higher with that second option. Stain Senor says, you meant Frimpong and Virgil van Dijk before. Drop all the way to 4.5 iffy. Oh, so hang on. So Frimpong or Van Dijk. Yeah. I'm personally not a massive fan of Van Dijk or Frimpong from the get-go, and I might have read that one wrong. But just not sure on their defence right now. They're a bit of a wait and see for me, and the fixtures are like quite mixed as well. So I think it's okay to drop them. Yeah, I think it's okay to downgrade. As long as you've got another big hitter defender, so you're like flexible on price points, I suppose. Right. I'll keep checking for leaks. We've still got 20 or so minutes till deadline, so... Nothing at the moment. Just seen Praz just posted his team, and it's almost identical, but he's managed to squeeze Verts in instead of Rodgers, but instead he's gone no Murillo. He went Anderson instead. Yeah, I like that. I see what he's done there. Any other teams from some top managers? Let's see. Oh, interesting. John Walsh. He is number 4th all time on FPL Research. I can put his team on screen if you'd like to do that. And look at what some others have done, like some top all time managers have done with their teams for Gameweek 1. That might be a good idea, and then we can get some variety from some top all time managers and how they've lined up. Would you guys like that? So this is Praz's. So he went Sells, Van de Ven, Anderson, Porro, Verts, Bruno, Salah, Palmer, Reinders, Watkins and Strand Larsen. So me and him actually really similarly set up, but he went Verts. And instead he's gone like Van de Ven over Murillo, double Spurs defence. So that's how he's freed up the money, and he's gone Rodgers to Verts. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that doing well. Yeah, it comes down to the Forest defence, and he's gone Sells and go instead, so no Chelsea defence. Interesting. And then there was one further down. From John Walsh, and this is actually really different, so that's quite interesting, isn't it? That shows how well they've done with pricing this season. He's number 4th all time. He's gone for Bruggen, Rodon, Anderson, Porro, Salazar, Saka, Verts, Palmer. He's gone the triple premium, Strand Larsen, Mateta. So no Watkins, and he's gone to Bravka Lacroix for 5 million Lacroix. Interesting. Esteve and Mark Yu. So he's gone for the 3 premiums plus Verts, and he's doubled up on Palace attack. That's really interesting. Very different setup. He's number 4th all time. And he's starting a former defender Gameweek 1. To allow for... Maybe I'll put that back on screen. That might have been too quick. Let me just catch up and chat. Because it's quite interesting as well. Like, this is the first game week, so let's have a look at how some others are setting up. I'm quite behind, jeez. Married to the Game says, what put you off Pedro and De Calpe? All the best. It was just the combinations. If I went Pedro down to Strand Larsen, I could have Rodgers instead of Tielemans. Decopa, I'd like to just see how he gets on. Is he nailed? Probably will be nailed, but Kadioglu might play the odd game. Probably won't. Shaker Maker says Nico Williams and Reinders or Conser and Paquetá. Nico Williams and Reinders, I would say. SD says get João Pedro and downgrade Murillo to Juve. Nah, I'm not losing Murillo. Not losing Murillo. Not for me. Juve's interesting though. Super differential, really attacking. Wazza says Reinders or Cherky. I would go Reinders. It feels a little bit safer for minutes, but we'll see how it shakes out. Tommy says best 6.5 mil you've got in die but not sold. I would say Sarr, and we just saw on that team just then, 4th top all-time manager's also gone Sarr. Sarr's the one I like the most. Nickel, thanks for the super chat. Mr. F says Tielemans and Nico Williams or Anderson and Anderson. Anderson and Anderson or Tielemans and Nico Williams? Tielemans and Williams. You winding me up. Those are different prices as well, aren't they? 6 and a 5, or a 5.5 and a 4.5. Right, see if anyone else has shared how they're setting up. Tom Stevenson. 6 top 10k finishes. He's come top 70k in 17 consecutive seasons. Let's have a look at how he's lined up. Sanchez, Porro, Williams, Murillo, Palmer, Salah, Jorginho, Wirtz, Reinders, João Pedro, Watkins. So, yeah. He's also done the Wirtz plus Watkins setup. And he's got Reinders. Interesting. And he's got 0.5 mil in the bank as well. That is interesting. I would have gone Williams to Tarkowski maybe. I don't hate keeping it banked though. Or I would have gone Sarr over Jorginho, but he's got a better rank history, so what do I know? That's interesting as well. Why Rutter? Well, he can play striker, he can play as a 10, he can play right wing. He's really versatile. I think he's in for a really good season right here, but I think initially his minutes still could be a little bit iffy. He's a nice option for 6 mil. So that's who Tom's gone with. Any others? Let's see if anyone else has posted. That might be it at the moment. We've got 20 minutes till deadline. We'll go back, check for leaks. Ah, here we go. 3 minutes ago, FPL Corbs. Matt Corbish. I did a video of him before. He's got 6 top 10k finishes. He's gone Sanchez, Anderson, Van der Ven, Porro. He's gone Salah, Palmer, Wirtz, Bruno, Reinders, Strand Larsen and Watkins. So basically the same as Praz's, wasn't it? So yeah, the difference here again is that they've squeezed Wirtz in and I haven't. I've gone Rodgers and then I've upgraded a defender. So basically it's a question of which is better. I've upgraded Richards to Murillo and Rodgers, or he's gone Richards and Wirtz. Price sells, yeah. So slight differences, subtle differences, but yeah. Maybe what they've done is the right way to go with Wirtz and Watkins. Influences copying each other. I haven't got Wirtz. It is similar though, isn't it? They're only posting these now for the first time. I posted my team about half an hour ago. Right, where do we get to? Halftime Origins, message retracted. Hello Pro. Thanks Halftime Origins. I didn't see what your message said. Mateta, Rodgers and King, or Bruno, Anderson and Gue. Bruno, Anderson and Gue, I would say. Yeah, just about. Second one. Joshua says, thoughts on Dewsbury Hall? I think he could end up playing in the pivot, and Grealish eventually is the 10. Don't know if that'll happen in Gameweek 1. I think he's a good option for 5 mil. I think he could end up getting you lots of 2 3-pointers, if I'm honest. He's not great for DCs. In his 2 Leicester seasons in the Prem, he got DCs in 25% of his games, so yeah, 1 in every 4. I think he's a good enabler though. He's the best 5 mil option. Clayton says, thoughts on Arias and Semenyo's differentials. Semenyo I like. Arias I want to see how he gets on. Semenyo I do like though. I like Evan Nilsson for the same reason. Differential. Fixtures are good after Gameweek 1. Pretty good stats last season. Halftime Oranges says, Rodgers and Nico Williams or Kudus and Murillo, thanks. Rodgers and Nico or Kudus and Murillo. I'd say Rodgers and Nico. Clean sheet odds. Butter Knight says, I'm playing for Bruggen, Wan-Bissaka, Kukurea, Williams, Morelos, Salah, Wirtz, Palmer, Reinders, Ekitiko, João Pedro, Petrovic, Piro, Marlon and Estev on the bench. Any suggestions, any chip strategy? No, not for me at the moment on chip strategy. I'm saving mine for a later date. I don't know when yet. I'll triple captain against the promoted team, definitely. Unless, I don't know, someone else ends up looking like the whipping boys. And a bench boost I don't know either. In terms of your team, Pirot, they've signed a Metro, haven't they? So I think I would upgrade him. Not so sure on Marlon either. He's done well in pre-season, but is he going to definitely start every game and get good minutes? I think he could come off early a lot, Butter Knight. I'd rather go Anderson than Marlon, I think. I think Ekitike as well. I'm just going to wait and see how he gets on. I'd try to upgrade him to Watkins if he can somehow. It's a nice, well-rounded draft though. It's basically there. Just a couple of subtle changes. Yeah, I'd get rid of Perot though. You can drop him down, upgrade Marlon, and run with a 3-5-2. Brooke says, Wirtz and Rodgers or Sarr and Bruno. I'd say Sarr and Bruno. Yeah, if I had to pick one, Sarr and Bruno. No, I'm not bench boosting. I'm saving it. No Arsenal players. I will definitely have lots of Arsenal players over the season. Just couldn't quite justify it from Gameweek 1. But I have a feeling Gabriel could end up being ridiculously slept on for how good he ends up doing. But we'll see. King Art says, Gyökeres and Saka or Palmer and Ekitike. I'd go Palmer over Saka, but a different striker. So like Palmer, João Pedro, for example. Palmer, Mateta. Josip says, short-term rank, Frimpong, Kukurea, Nori and Virgil. Well, short-term they're great, but that's not really how FPL works. FPL is all about the longer term as well. When I'm making a transfer, I'm looking, how am I looking for the next 5 game weeks? I'm not looking at just a 1 week good climb, unless it's before a wild card or something like that. Otherwise, I'm looking at a longer range. Like that team, that defence looks amazing for Gameweek 1. But how does it do over the opening 5? Does Nori start all 5? Does Frimpong start all 5? Ari says, I've got Welbeck and Marmish. Any issues with that? Welbeck, yeah. He didn't play loads in pre-season. Marmish I like. Nice differential. But yeah, Marmish I like. Welbeck not so much. I think there's better. I think Strand Larsen's a better 6'5" than Welbeck. Right, we've got 15 minutes till deadline. I'll have just a quick skim for any leaks, if any. Nothing at the moment. Thoughts on Gakpo with Salah? Yeah, I really like Gakpo. Obviously, the risk of him is like, if they end up signing another striker like Isak or something, his minutes are not definitely secure. They've been more secure than they ever have been when he's been at Liverpool, but still not totally secure. But I think he's really nice for 7.5. Heat, thanks for becoming a member. Thank you very much for your support, Heat. Appreciate that. Yeah, just about 10 or so minutes left, so any last minute quickfire questions, keep them coming. Would you bench boost Game Week 1? Nah, I looked at it, but I'm going to save it. I think there'll be better weeks. Game Week 1 is just so unpredictable for me that I just don't like it. I don't like the fixtures enough either. Like, if the fixtures were there, like let's say Burnley had... Is it Sunderland they've got in Game Week 2? If they had that Game Week 1, I think it'd be infinitely more popular, but the fixtures aren't quite there for me. So, no, I'm not a fan of the Game Week 1 bench boost at all myself. Thanks very much, Troy. Best 4.5 mil defenders. There's Anderson. Let's have a think. Who else is there? Dorgu, Agbadu. Who am I forgetting? Guay, Senesi. There's lots. Best 4.5 mil mid. And Beto, Strand Larsen better than Welbeck. Strand Larsen I'd say is. Beto would say isn't. Apparently Moyes isn't happy with Beto. I don't know what the context is there, but I read that earlier. Best 4.5 mil mid's probably going to be King, but there's... Who else is there? There's Potts from West Ham. Traore, Bournemouth. But I think King might have the best chances of getting good minutes. Rex Delkid says... Sells Dubravka, Kukurea, Murillo, Gabriel, Wan-Bissaka, Stev, Palmer, Saka and Dyer, Minte, Reinders, Haaland, João Pedro and Gu. Thoughts? Yeah, you know what? I love the defence. It's big at the back, and I haven't seen Gabriel many drafts, or Kukurea, and I just still think they actually could all be great picks, and we're sleeping on them. So you got Wan-Bissaka as Stev, okay. Palmer, Saka and Dyer, Minte, Reinders, Haaland, João Pedro. I prefer Salah to Haaland. If I'm honest, I'd try and swap that around. I'd lose Minte to Salah, and then Haaland to Strand Larsen. Can you afford that? And then I think you're well on your way. You have 10 minutes though, so you better be quick. Nick and Chris, thank you both for becoming members. Appreciate your support. Thank you. Nice team, that. Wan-Bissaka I'd probably replace with someone like Anderson as well. Someone that's just a bit more of an all-rounder and good to start. Salah is washed. People say that every season. Eventually someone will be right. Josh says, do I stick with Wirtz or do I go Bruno Fernandes? No, I think Bruno's... I think Wirtz is perfectly fine. They're very close. I mean, we've just seen a few drafts there, and some top managers are going with both. Some are going Bruno only. If I was picking one, it'd be Bruno, if I'm honest. But I think Wirtz is very good. For me, I wouldn't go Wirtz over Bruno. I would go both or just Bruno, if that makes sense. Jar says Fulkrug and Rogers or Dewsbury Hall and João Pedro. I'd say Fulkrug and Rogers. Any leaks? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's been surprisingly quiet. Maybe people don't want to when it's the start of the season. Just got an interesting message there from Tom. It's given me something to think about. He reckons that Rico Lewis might be competing with Williams, just in case. He's wobbled on that. Maybe I should listen to the GOAT and go Romero. Do I go Romero instead? That's what he's done. Romero over Williams. Yeah, he's swapped Williams to Romero. I think he's on a different setup, but he was looking at the double Forest. Yeah, no, that's what I thought. He's right-sided, but he is versatile. Like, he can play both sides. You think it's Aina? Let me tweet. %, Aina. I mean, he is right-footed, isn't he? And he played right back for City, but he is versatile as well. Oh, I shouldn't have posted my team earlier. Do I go Romero? I mean, Tom's the GOAT. Who am I to doubt the GOAT? I might have to just take his lead on that one. I think his overall team is going to be quite different, but it's interesting that he's thought that. Any Forest fans? But then they've got City. They've got City Gameweek 2. There'd be Esteve, Porro. What my back three? It'd be Murillo, Esteve, and Anderson. I'd have to play. Let's see if anyone replied to my tweet already. Rico Lewis. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna follow the GOAT. I'm really sorry to make a last minute change. Alright, it's done. Alright, I need to post this really quickly. I don't have enough time. FPL's back and not in a good way. Let me quickly tweet it. Oh, I hate FPL. I'm dying. I'm sorry for the unanswered questions, but Tom's the GOAT. His team's completely different, but he does have that. He did do that, so I think I have to just listen to the GOAT. Delete. Post that. Three minutes left. You know what? I've had Romero before and he scored for me. And the goat has gone for him as well. Who am I to doubt the GOAT? Fucking hell. Alright. Did it save? Right. Sell it, yeah. Alright, so I've just swapped Romero in. I still posted it everywhere before the deadline, so I'm sorry for the last minute stress. I'm dying inside right now. I'm not copying his team. I don't even know his whole team. He's not sent me it. He sent me an interesting message saying he's worried about Williams. So he reckons Romero. One minute. Sorry for the missed messages. I'm really sorry about that. So yeah, Romero's come in for me. I think Romero's a really good pick, and I did have him in some of my drafts, and I had Van der Ven, but we'll see what happens. Bloody Tom, man. Hey, he's the GOAT though. I think he's gone for a different setup. He's on like verts and other stuff. Yeah, when I say interesting message, he just said Rico Lewis might end up... He had a wobble because of Rico Lewis and Williams. I think it's possible... I think it's possible that he doesn't compete with Williams whatsoever. God, FPL. You're going to the pub as well? I need a beer. Thank you all for being here. Sorry that was a stressful end to the stream. Yeah, the Rico Lewis news dropped and I was like, he's probably competing with Aina. But then obviously like, I did see some tweets about it, who's he compete with, and then Tom like mentioned that he was having a little bit of a wobble with Williams, and Romero's home to Burnley. Game week 2 looks awful. The game hasn't locked? No, they haven't done it again, have they? Has it not locked? Look, I'll tell you what, if like Romero goes and scores this game week, then I don't even know what more needs to be said about Tom. It's actually not locked. I don't know what his team is though. You're going to have to find out in the team selection videos next week, so I have no idea what his team is genuinely. I kind of hope it's different. But yeah, I genuinely like, I promise you I don't know what he's definitely landed on. Is it locked? It's locked now. Oh God, a minute late. Someone's going to win FPL that made a transfer at 31 past and the game's gone. Well, I'm going to the FPL Fest in London now and I've got a lot to think about and if I've just done the right thing or not. Oh man, this game. Who's Tom? He's the #1 all-time manager. We're doing a video series and I don't know what his team is, so we'll have to see next week in his team selection video. I think it's going to look different, but he's the #1 all-time manager, and he fancied Romero, so we'll see. If Tom played me, fair play. I think Romero's genuinely great. The fixtures are ropey, obviously, game week 2. I'll have to play Murillo, Anderson as Stev, game week 2. Oh, FPL Tom. Is he streaming right now? We could go raid someone. I've got a dip. I'm going straight into London for the FPL meetup. I'm really sorry for the unanswered questions, by the way. I apologise for that.
So, but we got there in the...
FPL Gallagher's live. Alright, we'll go over to his stream. Everyone go spam Focal Raid in his chat. Thank you everyone for swinging... sorry I can't stay around to chat. But I'm heading into the FPL meetup in London. So go over to FPL Gallagher. Spam Focal Raid in his chat. Good luck this first game week. I appreciate you all. That is it from me. Focal out.